just make an opening statement about the game.
It was in an Ivy League game, battle right down the wire. I think our guys battled it. They competed well. I just think we were a little anxious, a little tight, and somehow, home court advantage. Sometimes when you've been playing well and you feel like, hey, we're supposed to win. I think we played a little tight that way. And credit to Penn, they played as I expected they would. They played very hard, big pressure. They got old guys that been around, and like Brian said, they made some big plays down the stretch. But credit to our guys, they hung in and gave themselves a chance to win.
A little about Rosen. He made, I think, 2 or 3 big jumpers down the stretch.
He's just a really tough cover because he can hurt you in so many ways. He can hit a long shot, he can hit a mid-range, he can get to the basket, he can split a non-ball, he can finds guys for layups. So we try to change things up a little bit when he started getting comfortable against Miko there. I mean, Miko did a great job for about 32 minutes, and I think he hit a long 3, and then he hit a tough pull-up, so I gave Brian a little crack. Brian slowed him down a little bit, and then into the clock twice, he goes high on ball and splits one and gets all the way to the rim. The other one, Cisco retreats a little and he just stops and pops. And he's a good player. He's really good. So that's what it's going to come down to a little bit in these games is who's going to make big plays. But like I said, we were down 9 with a couple minutes, and there wasn't a panic in our guys. We kept playing and gave ourselves a chance.
Can you talk about strategy down the stretch there, going for 2 a couple times with Brian at the rim, and then of course that last missed free throw?
Yeah, there's a lot of possessions with like 20 seconds left, and it's a 3-point game. I thought, gosh, that would get a miss out of Penn from the foul line. Usually can't assume 2 for 2. Well, Belcourt missed 1, and it was worth the trade-out. I thought it was worth it with over 10 seconds left. You're down 1, them shooting free throws, and we got a steal against the press. A couple of we got a charge. They got the charge call, so we had some our chaos there at the end, forcing into some problems. So them having to deal with that, I thought at that time was our advantage, and we were trying to get we almost had a chance. I mean, and then last play, probably was not enough time. Maybe it was like 5 seconds. I would just tell Chris make them both and foul them, do it all over again, and see if we have a crack at it. And we would have had the same play, same scenario, but worked out all right. He hit off back iron, tipped out, and God, we had a chance. It was Brian. I thought it had a better chance than Brian thought it had. So I was right on the line. I was like, gosh dang, it's hard to get that good a look in that situation, and it would have been really a big boost for us. But we got to bounce back and see what we can do tomorrow against Princeton.
Coach, every game in this league is going to be like this. I mean, a lot of equal teams. How can you get your guys to bounce back, and how can you pull out some of these close games?
You know what? We'll make shots. We can shoot well from 3. And to be honest, they gave us. They helped on Brian's penetration line, kicked out. So that's what I think it's a little bit of us being a little tight. And I felt like I had a quick hook with some guys, and that didn't help. But they pressure so much, and we gotta be tough. We're gonna be tough on that stuff. But you told me we're going 3 for 19 from 3. I can tell you, we'd be lucky to keep it close. You can't. It's gonna be tough to win games here. And didn't hit that third one till the third one came in that last run. I think Brian hit one in transition late. Miko hit one. So as long as they were like 1 for 17 or whatever, we wasn't pretty. So we got to make those. But they credit Penn. They played well. They were really tough tonight.
How worried are you about Naru's absence sort of catching up with the team? It seems like both times you guys came back, Arden sort of took the team on his back.
We're past that a little bit. I mean, I think Miko's filled the void as best he can, and it'll just keep getting better. I don't think anyone's waiting for. I think we went through that part where we're like, shoot, what do we do now? And I think Brian's assumed that mantle, and it'd be nice to have. It'd be nice to have another guy that could create a bucket in that situation. But our guys, and it was tough. The freshmen struggled a little tonight, and I didn't talk about it, but obviously being their first league game, there was probably a little more attention, a little more pressure, and they got to get through it. They got to get through it. If we're going to win, we're counting on those three freshmen to play and contribute. So we'll get tomorrow night. And we'll need some other guys off the bench. We played guys a lot of minutes, so we got to get back at it.
Speaking of the freshmen, I mean, there was a point in the first half when you were playing all three at the same time. Talk about kind of the development of those three.
They're usually pretty easy to play with because they take care of the ball. They don't try to do too much, and they're pretty good defensively. Tonight, with the way Penn plays, they play so small. I thought it was tough for Corey a little bit. He made got us a putback bucket, and you never know as a coach, you second guess yourself. But I thought it was the best way to play it. And Alex played too many minutes, although we need him when they're pressuring like that. And he helps us so much with the ball handling. And then Noah just he'd been playing really well, and he just usually gets you loose balls, a steal, a rebound, and they had some tough covers for him, and he got blown by a couple times and felt like, we just, you know what, that's Steve Big, he played really well off the bench, and Chris Crockett did fine, so they'll help us. They'll all help us. We need everyone to do their part.
Can you talk a little bit more about Eddie's play? He seemed to do a lot of dirty work.
You know what, he's been great. He was coming on strong right before Christmas, and actually came back from Christmas. He suffered a little concussion, and so he kind of got through that. You know, couldn't play. Now he's back, and I think he's a captain, and he'll, whether it's a 1 minute run or a 15-minute run, he cares so much, and he's gonna make plays. I didn't realize he had 6 rebounds and had a big drive that we needed to break up the 8-0 run. He got an and one. We got some great looks at 3 that he's been splatting, and he just, didn't knock him down. So he did great, and expect him to do well down the stretch.
We asked the players this already, but the turnaround of the Ivy League season, how are you preparing for Princeton in like 22 hours?
It's tough. Like I said, the best is try to keep their spirits up, be positive, because we competed. I mean, we didn't play perfectly by any stretch, but like I said, we make shots. We celebrate when we have a 6-point win and think we're really good, but there's not, you make some shots. So that's what we got to remind them. It's like, look, we just got to bounce back. And Princeton is an entirely different style of play. They're very big and strong, and they're going to be jamming in the low post. And Princeton and Penn's opposite. You chase them around the perimeter. So we'll have to game plan quickly, and you got to be shrewd. You can't throw everything Princeton does at them, because they're not going to be able to retain it in 22 hours. So we'll talk about them. We'll show them to them tonight and look at them a little bit, and then we'll come back tomorrow and walk through a little stuff and see what we got.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.